everyone. Welcome on in. Where's my stream avatar? There it is. Okay. Thanks for requesting me. It's another day. Another disco. Disco Elysium reel. I have no idea what we're doing. We finished our little disco quest, so I don't really know what to do anymore. I guess we could investigate the murder. I guess. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right. We got our badge back, so we can go talk to that lady. That's what I wanted to do. This is not the right way. Ugh, I am exhausted, you guys. I had a fucking long day. I need to quit my job. I, like, can't take it anymore. But I can't just quit my job. Ha! We're stuck. Why are they so tiny? Like, I know they're children, but, like, why are, like, the size of my shoe? Are we just, like, large? Yep. Okay, sorry, wait. We haven't found those, like, cryptozoologists either. I wonder where they are. Do you think we could use this tool thing to open the door in the Whirling in Rags? Hey girl, I found my badge.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I found my badge, by the way.
I love you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the incident?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you finish with them.
This was your plan all along.
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will. Because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Maybe the information she has will raise the stakes in this game.
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Do you know something about these? Have I already asked that? Kind of looks like I've already asked that. What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
they're not. That's the problem. The Union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
How about, you mean Jean-Luc, my race mentor? He's a great teacher, man of virtue.
Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
My colleague has this peculiarity. Let's not go into this particular one.
Of course. To each their own.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCN.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has been on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan.
Coven
This
for
time the
fund.
demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous, Eve. It's meant.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines Group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead. Long live the workers!
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags, a disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me. From whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me manana."
This checks out.
The scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organised by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
What happened to the Scamont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. He was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posture.
What do you think of Everett?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
He's not that bad.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I remember hearing something about this Edgar.
Have you seen him?
No.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Edward does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the Brothers Clare?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say...
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
Amanda, the debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for the rights of the local working men.
Why do you think so?
Her voice is calm. There is only curiosity there.
What she calls corruption is simply an aesthetic category.
Taking aesthetic categories, let's see. Taking the aesthetic categories is the privilege of the overclass. From what I've seen, most people are just trying to survive.
Point taken. But enough about Everard. What else can I do for you?
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections? Hi, Raven Moon. Nuzzle, 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 nuzzle.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her board had phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern. We'll be just fine.
That's all I needed here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
By the way, I've talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
It's not important if I liked him. I was doing my job.
Of course, detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come up.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt baron myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how can I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is
I'm so sorry, Kim.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their heads. They then go around telling people to gauge their reactions. It's all part of it.
Incredible. Simply incredible. How is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Mr. Everett says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Is he now? Well, it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
perhaps it is.
He's asked me to open a door.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, I mean like a real door to someone's house.
Oh my. A real door.
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he
It was nothing.
Of course.
Hi, Victor.
The ECM has the right to inspect any premises. How else could you catch the bad guys? The information was useful, I hope.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty. Neither was it illegal. And it was not fun.
He turns to you.
This seems serious.
I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Everett said the Wild Pine sent mercenaries after the Union, now one's dead.
The company did not send mercenaries after the Union. I told you in great detail about the mistakes my side made. And of course, I accept them completely. I just hope you don't share Everart's view on things. After all, as he said, one's dead now. The Pine certainly hasn't killed any of theirs.
Let's keep it that way. She means to act, but then doesn't. Look who's defensive, son.
The Union's militant wing organized the lynching.
Yes, that's the talk about town. The Hardy Boys, they're called. Find the name rather amusing, honestly.
Everett asked the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with the investigation.
How benevolent. Hopefully they'll help you sort this whole business out, if they haven't already.
We cannot discuss the specifics of an ongoing investigation. Besides, you haven't exactly been forthcoming yourself.
That is only fair.
I've said all I can.
Well, I hope it yields something. Otherwise you'll have opened that door for naught. Anything else?
He didn't seem worried about the conflict that's developing.
I wouldn't have taken Everard for a saber rattler. Was he surrounded by Union men who wanted to impress?
We were alone, and he seems very sure of his ability to keep things in control.
Or he wants you and me to believe he's calm and in control? He's a politician.
There's always that risk. But if I may offer my opinion, he means it.
Kim's right. I'm pretty sure he meant it.
I'll think it over, Detective. Thank you for relaying this information to me.
This gave her pause. She's pensive, son. Hard to say about what.
That's all I've got to say.
What you've said is quite enough. You've given me a lot to consider, and may have helped me prevent this conflict from escalating.
He'd asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To the nameless settlement down by the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over at the bay.
With long, clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go?
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. But it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you miss those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats, like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She tosses her head. He wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth centre with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Her eyes run across the water remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I will never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes, I I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Cool, but your boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cordelati 19? Why?
She taps on the side of the boat and it makes a hollow sound.
Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelati, and its hull is 19 paces long.
She makes a point of being unromantic.
How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I don't know. It feels pretty. Or after her innocence, Dolores Day.
I'm not really big on moralist symbols. I think I'll stick with
No,
the
needs a
name
name.
Because
She makes a point.
How about the sleek fish?
what?
Because it's sleek and fish-like.
I think I'll stick with the fact.
No.
Okay, because it was
She
How about
makes
the
a
X something?
the X something. The X what?
The executor.
Oh, I do like the sound of that. It sounds so decisive, so powerful.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop, I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Shut up, Kim.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at her now, assessing her.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
There is a pinch of defensiveness in her voice, but it is profound.
What do you mean, archipelago?
I mean, we are on Rakai, are we not?
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and personal vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
It'll come off like I'm envious, and I'm not.
You're not. Okay then. Just keep on admiring the boat. Unburdened by anything.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are also white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
I think I have a handle on this boat thing.
Good.
Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to know represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does the Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for balance.
A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. tremendous responsibility.
Where does the Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Easterners 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lorman Panda on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does a huge system want with a place like this? Look around.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
You don't keep it moving. The workers do. The company is nothing without them.
We built this district.
She says calmly.
We. There it is. She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Gislain, with its bastions, the plazas Meteor and Mosaic, even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
She points behind you where the seawall rises.
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees. A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
Hi again, welcome, have fun lurking. Yeah, I've been alright, but tired. I'm tired.
With your help, hopefully, says her in tone.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality.
She pulls her hood closer around her neck.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I'm conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in.
How truly curious. Sort of philosopher detective.
My theory is that into the inquiry into nature of the reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. They are really one and the same.
Are they?
The lieutenant cocks one eyebrow.
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first okay?
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
And, what is Martinet?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten even. Shelled to smithereens during the revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spark of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shaped.
As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You were here as a teenager?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
There's a spark in the air, a live wire hanging in your hungover cortex. Then the sea calls it down.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes, we are on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the
is the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen and cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her, and to humanity at large.
Tell me about another or perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
Saving my game. Damn, I can't save. That's okay. Come on!
It remains
Ah!
a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Okay.
We're in... Martinez, you would be excused for not
Okay,
knowing about it.
this is Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
Great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, in fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay, who built this city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile-Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connected tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're in an unimportant place of an important place?
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about
She points across to the water where the skyscrapers rise.
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor, light reflecting off their glass windows.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no true answer to give, unfortunately.
She watches you closely as you scan the horizon.
This is one thought you need complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been reframed. Thank you. I'm sure my memory in Black Hawker has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of the world.
Thanks, Kim. I do.
Suggest not asking them all right now. Unless you will be here later tonight. Isn't that true, now?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long term.
But I want to know everything now.
That is understandable. But perhaps it's better not to do you thunder.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Thank you, that's all for now.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
You must be mistaken. I'm a real radical.
Of course, a radical centrist. In these bright and loud times, where 1,000 frequencies drown one another out, sober thinking is a radical act. It's time to become a citizen of the kingdom of conscience.
First, where is this kingdom of conscience?
It is not a place. It is a
How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. You'd get there faster than speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk, just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the kingdom of conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What a fucking joke.
Okay, but what's the kingdom of conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Sounds incredible. Elo and Z, let's go in there right now.
Slow down, Mr. Wisdom. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh, right. Then let's get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner from Russia. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Let's go see if we can open the door in the whirling and... Ooh. What's that? I'll take that. The door in the whirling and rags, to see if maybe we can use this tool on it. Haven't saved in a while.
You see a heavy steel door with the cobalt blue. It leads to a side building. The door does not budge.
Man. Let's also, I want to see if we can find the cryptozoologist, but also let's talk to this guy real quick.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man.
Got any smokes on you?
Nope, don't smoke.
He nods towards the big lorry behind him.
Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Waiting for the sweet release of death.
Hey, isn't he like smoking right now? The smell is in the air.
Sure you smoke. You're smoking right now.
Okay, but this is my last one, and it's a bad habit. You should quit before both of us have lung cancer.
That's all for now. Bye. It's the old lady. Plastic wrapped macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. Have we gone inside here? You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. I got a bow. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. Yes. Oh, it's for my neck. I was hoping it was for my, like, my head. This sucks. Man, I wanted him to have a little bow. Okay, maybe this way. Where are the cryptozoologists? The sound of life in the north, a washboard scrubs filth from fabric.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
We can revisit the bench.
A little black swallows. Oh my god! A little black swallow circles above you. You can hear it chirrup. Chirrup. You guys this way? Where are you guys? It's hard to tell where I can walk and where I can't walk. This way? Can I get over there? The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? Oh, this is new. I just have to get up there. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Yeah, more importantly, there's a box over here. Yes. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. A fire extinguisher. This fence blocks the path. No way from here.
You see a once bright room towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out felled electrical
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
The lieutenant raises the collar of his bomber jacket.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Okay.
Maybe I'll notice the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. Guess what's to deal with?
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hirostan. You must be Kim Pitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypotheses.
Nice to meet you.
What was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor weather, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests a hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's with us high today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
Worms.
The lad speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's learned too many revolutions.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the coalition landed in '08. We could be standing in what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
You look like someone who has money. Do you have money? What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes to shield himself from the freezing snow. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electric. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Look at the building looming over you.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
Wait, what's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, research and technological development.
Mayor Kaiba, you are not familiar with that one either. This man is a
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Cambridge 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Held became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary period. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism with rollers and parity ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering. Even today's giants, Bain, ICN, and Zum, haven't achieved it.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced.
Indeed. What?
Revolution!
The
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated possibly from this very building. or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Felt, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middleman. Felt built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure boat, but that got destroyed in the war.
Measure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully on the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of childhood. It's clear you would prefer the work we worked in the most.
Yes, it's a Lurin, their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Felt arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center of innovation in cybernetics. History had other plans.
I wanted to ask something else.
But of course, what else?
Great, thank you for all the interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having a minimalist microalgae to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Okay, I'm tired. Had a long day. Wait, what? Save game limit reached. Delete a previous save to continue saving progress. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna read my friend Chase. Ugh. What's he playing? He's playing River City Rival Showdown. I think that's like some sort of fighting game of some sorts. In any case, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Night night!